And speaking of tips, here with our monthly sales tip is longtime NAFA Indiana trustee and Government Relations Committee Chair, Andy Buter.
We wanted to have a good sales tip to finish the old year out and start the new year out better. And it's a very simple one, but a lot of times we forget to do this when we're talking to our clients, and that's checking beneficiaries and beneficiary designations. You know, a lot of policies have been written and a lot of circumstances have changed through the years. Maybe it was a young person, their parents were beneficiaries on a policy, and if we haven't visited it, and maybe they're married, maybe they have a family, a lot of things have changed. Maybe it was a husband and wife, there may have been a separation, there may be a new need for a different primary beneficiary on there. So it's just a good thing to touch base with your clients, both on the policies that you've written and on other policies that they may have with other companies that you haven't had anything to do with. Also along those lines, most workplaces are talking about beneficiary designation changes, but that's a good thing to point out to them as well, because sometimes that gets left out. And obviously, once the death occurs, everything's set in cement. We want to make sure that money's going to the right people when that time and need arises. So that's a very good one. It also gets them thinking about life insurance without being threatening to them. You know, they're taking a look, well, maybe that policy was 100,000, maybe it was 150,000. It's a good chance to say, hey, is that enough? You know, we bought this policy 10 years ago. Lots of things have changed. Maybe you had some life changes. Maybe your family's increased. Maybe your debt load's increased. Your earning power hopefully is increased. So all those things that we use life insurance for, this opens the door to talk to people about changes and potentially writing some more business and helping protect their family and their situation a little bit better. Along with primary beneficiaries, obviously contingent beneficiaries can become important. And a lot of times those are totally overlooked. And we hope that never we have to worry about using a contingent beneficiary. But again, if we do, we want to make sure that we have everything right. So we're about providing peace of mind for people and going through and working and making sure that their money's going to the right folks. Certainly is a good way to give them some peace of mind. Along those lines, also, a lot of people are talking about trusts and doing planning that way. If they do have a trust, has their life insurance been placed in the trust properly? Is there ownership that needs to be changed on it? Is there beneficiaries that need to be changed on it? Is there mailing addresses and things that need to be changed on it? So, and then last but not least, and this, I've been harping this with my people for about 34 years. Do you have a will? And it still amazes me as to how many people say, well, we're going to get around to it, or it's too expensive or whatever. And then you kind of have to lay that out for them. Well, you know, if you don't have a will, your heirs are going to lose a lot of money probably, because you're going to have probate problems. You're going to have lots of extra costs involved. And you want to make sure that a simple paper like that can save so much grief at the time of a loss that we don't want to have a lot of confusion and make it better for your family. So just a couple quick ideas to open some doors and have some good conversations for the rest of this year. And happily 2022 will be the best year you've had, and best holiday wishes and wishes for a successful new year.